So I hope this phone works. This is the phone where it gets choppy, but it has the better camera. All the videos, it's a clearer picture. And inside this building, that's what matters. Um, I'm uploading the video. I was already here recording, but the museum wasn't open till 1 o'clock. It's 1:04 now. They just opened. So I've been sitting here for a half an hour, hanging out with my cat. And I've been messing with her foot, putting her through pain, just touching it, to see where it's swollen. It's right around her joint, right on her foot, her left foot, and her paw is this big. It's twice the size of her other paw, so I'm hoping it's not broken. I'm gonna make it quick in here, so I can get her to the Humane Society, the animal shelter, and actually get checked out, So, which I hope I didn't drop my pen. I was about to say, I just walked over there to go check out. So the river's over there, and I knew there was like a pond river over here, kind of, because they have this bridge. I never went over there. I walked through there while, I've been hanging out, and then, because I had to pee, and the museum wasn't open, and I wanted to go check it out anyways, so I went over there, and then, I've been hanging out with my cat, so we're gonna go in. I had my pipe with me. I was like, damn, dude, I hope I didn't drop it because I got a hole in my pocket. I need to go up the window, so even though she ain't going to be able to get out, I don't want nobody snatching her up easily. Oh, that's not likely to happen over here. So we're going to make this quick. I'm going to try to just, breeze through it in a sense, simply because I want to get Mentora to the hospital, the emergency room, and see what they say. And I don't know how long that's going to take, and I have to work today, so we're going to go inside. Says the Southeast Michigan Butterfly Association certifies this area as a native butterfly garden. This garden uses native hosts and nectar plants to naturally attract and maintain butterfly populations. Says the Monarch Way Station. This site provides milkweeds, nectar sources, and shelter needed to sustain monarch butterflies as they migrate through North America, which they come from all the way from fucking Mexico City, which is the monarch capital of the world, which is where Margarita's from, it's where I'm heading to get married, whether she says yes or not again. So hopefully she says yes, right? It's beautiful. Look at it. These are the plants it's talking about. It's got like blue stuff. It's got these type of plants, which are crazy looking. It's got those in the back. I'd like to know all the names of them, which they show. Those look like they're from like the Jurassic times right there, for sure. I can't wait to show you guys all the plants around the world. It's gonna be amazing. So we'll go inside, because inside explains a lot of the stuff. So that's why I'm so excited to show everyone. It's definitely different. I was thinking maybe it's the same tree, just not bloomed yet. Detroit Autobahn. Discounts on special events, field trips, opportunities to volunteer make a difference, voting privileges, all that stuff. Fostering appreciation and conservation of birds and the environment since 1939. Cub Scout stuff, all that other stuff. Hello. So you gotta sign in when you come in here. Oh, that was loud. I feel like I broke it. I don't know what the date is. I think this is 29th.
Okay, the first Monday.
Yeah, but I would call like early February just to make sure if that's we're keeping with that schedule. Last
Okay,
couple of
gotcha.
days, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a people falling apart.
Wait, hold on one, please.
Yeah, it's gonna be Detroit. They're falling apart. You want their phone number?
Yeah, but I need a Daisy, can you write it down or text it to me? Okay.
So I'll just ask you your name, the city you're from, the date, your email address, if you've been here before, how many people, visitors, heads, students, whatever, and the reason for the visit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Daisy. No problem.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and start reading. It says the opossum is a marsupial, meaning the female carries its young in a pouch. It has a long, furless, scaly, prehensile or grasping tail. The animal has opposable thumbs on its rear feet, which also uses to grasp objects. Though the opossum is expanding in its range northward, it comes at a cost in form of common frost damage to the hairless tail and ears. One interesting behavior of the animal is playing opossum, or playing dead. It can lay with mouth open, drooling motionless for up to 6 hours. Did not know that. What's funny is, when I seen that, it reminded me of that blind possum, the one that had cataracts I was feeding on my YouTube. If you scroll through my YouTube, you can see it where I was feeding it. It was actually eating food from somewhere I went out to eat. It was funny.
So inside here is closed.
So let's see, coyotes. It says coyotes are common in Michigan. They are a medium-sized dog, reaching 25-30 pounds and smaller than a German Shepherd. Originating out west, coyotes have spread across eastern America. Lions Park and its patchwork of wooded and open areas offer an abundance of edge habitat where the coyote likes to hunt. Because they mostly come out at night, dawn, and dusk, and avoid humans, they are rarely seen. 90% of the coyote's diet is mammals such as squirrels, mice, and deer. Which they've been using the freeways, the highways, to travel. So the phone is freezing up again, because people are messaging me. This phone is terrible, and the other phone is working, and uploading, and the camera sucks. So I'm gonna go over here. People talk so loud. You know I talk loud. Okay. Now we can talk. So it says Rouge River fish. It says we no longer have 6-foot lake sturgeon, but many different species of fish still call the Rouge home. The Friends of the Rouge found close to 50 species in recent surveys of the river. Let's keep working to clean up the Rouge and improve their habitat even more. If the habitat improves, we may also get other species returning, such as walleye and white bass. It says there are several impoundments or small lakes on the Rouge River, such as nearby Newburgh Lake. Though the impoundments fragment the river, they contain the most concentrated game fish populations, such as largemouth bass, northern pike, bluegill, pumpkin seed, and black crappie. It says fish in danger. The red-side dace is on the state endangered list because of some complex problems facing the Rouge River. It says dams block the ability of fish to travel up and down the river. Swamps, which are nurseries for young fish, have been filled in the adjacent to the river. It says impervious surfaces of roads and rooftops collect water and flow quickly to the Rouge, making for an unnatural amount of flow. This sweeps away organic material and natural enclaves and the good habitat with this, and creates a trough with little good habitat. Pollutants like oil and salt flow into the river. It says the red-side dace is a small, beautiful fish. It requires cool, clean water and feeds on flying insects by jumping from the water. It says surface drainage can warm water, making for less cool water for the animal. Also, the amount of water entering the Rouge from paved surfaces can increase turbidity. Water with high turbidity is hazy or cloudy because of particles suspended in it and is a poor habitat for this minnow. So they have a hard time surviving. And you got to think too that Michigan, they put all that salt on the road and it gets into the sewer systems and into the ecosystem. Which all these are fresh animals, not ocean animals. Therefore, it's fucking up the ecosystem. Let's see if there's anything in there. I apologize if the video is choppy. I'm working on getting another phone. Which I think I did tell everyone. I'm gonna get a Caterpillar phone, an Android Caterpillar phone. I want the Pro one. It does everything I need it to do. And we'll see how it works. I'll be reviewing it once I get it. So it says reptiles and amphibians. It says herps of the Rouge. Herps are animals of both reptile and amphibian classes. It says Michigan is home to 23 amphibians and 29 reptile species. Those that are found within the Rouge River watershed have a yellow dot next to their name. Bullfrog, toad, green frog, the spring peeper. Look at that thing, dude. Holy shit. The wood frog, the gray tree frog, the northern leopard frog. I see a lot of these. I don't really see these ones that much, or these ones. I always see the darker ones. Same with the snakes. I always see like the brown snake. I mostly see this snake, the garter snake. I haven't seen any of these ones ever. The turtles, I've always seen, usually I see like the snapping turtles a lot. I see these sometimes and these ones. I've seen most of the turtles here. I haven't seen this one yet. I haven't seen a wood turtle with the orange. I have not seen that yet. That milk snake looks pretty cool. I mean, the red-bellied snake, I mean. I think I've seen a milk snake, actually. I think I've definitely seen one of those. I don't know if it was here, though. I've seen a lot of these. I've seen tons of salamanders. I see salamanders all the time in Michigan. You catch them here and there. Oh, look at this sucker. It's pretty healthy looking. Let's see. I know they got some turtles or some fishies. What's up, dude? What's up, guy? I want to make sure it's still recording. Who lives in the Rouge River? Did you know that there are many species of fish living in the Rouge River? Can you spot any of these types of fish? The black crappie, the bluegill, the pumpkin seed, the largemouth bass. I never knew there was a pumpkin seed. Let's see. There's a big ass turtle. What's up, dude? What's up, buddy? He's cool looking. You can see all the algae on him and stuff in his skin. You can see his skin peeling and stuff because he's been in the water so long. Looks like he's shedding for sure. That time of the year. It's so cool. Good looking turtle, man. It's gotta be the coolest thing here so far. What's up, buddy?
You're so cool. Look at his face, man. What's up, buddy? Hey. Hi. Hi. You're so cool looking. What's up, buddy? You're so cool. He's got, look at his tail, man. All the little fins on it. All those little spikes. I'm gonna call you Spike. And your name's Spike. Just like Land Before Time. He's getting there, sticking his head out. Let's see what's in here. Is there anything in here? No. If there is, I don't see anything. Nothing in there. Oh, I just stood up and got lightheaded. The raccoon. Got the belted kingfisher. It says belted kingfishers call the wildlife refuge home. Kingfishers are stocky, large-headed birds. They plunge directly from their perch or hover over the water with bill downward before diving after a fish. Looks like you could fuck one up for sure. It's the eastern gray squirrel. We see those everywhere. And there's a muskrat. It says a mammal living along waterways. The muskrat's fur is almost waterproof. Its lips are located behind its incisors, so it can chew without water going down its throat. It can close its ears and nose to keep water out. That's pretty neat. There's Bell Creek. And there you go. Disc golf. They got all these different play sets. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable down here. I really love coming down here. It says Detroit International Wildlife Refuge Gateway. Access to the wild. The refuge consists of nearly 6,000 acres of unique habitat, including islands, coastal wetlands, marshes, shoals, waterfront lands extending along 48 miles of shoreline. The Detroit International Wildlife Refuge Gateway is a 44-acre open space located in Trenton. It is part of the National Wildlife with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. The Refuge Gateway, located to the north of Humbug Marsh, sits on a former manufacturing site that has been remediated and restored. The area is terrific for birdwatching as it resides within an internationally sanctioned migratory flyway along both the Lake Erie and Detroit River shorelines. Located on the site is the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Visitor Center, as well as a boat dock and fishing pier that will serve as a port for the Michigan State University MSU Sea Grant School for research and monitoring activities. This is the Crosswinds Marsh. A successful partnership, Crosswinds Marsh Wetland Interpretive Reserve, is a 1,056-acre park that exists as a result of a wetland mitigation project that occurred during the Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport expansion. Located in Sumter Township, the marsh is the result of a successful blend of natural and man-made wetlands, offering Wayne County residents an opportunity to observe a variety of environments that include forested wetlands, wet meadows, shallow water emergent wetlands, and open water habitats, along with wildflower meadows and upland forests. Bald eagles and beavers can often be seen within the park, making it an ideal spot for birdwatching and photographing nature. The interpretive program offers natural science educational programming and related events for schools, scout groups, and families. It says passive recreational opportunities include 6 miles of hiking trails, horseback riding, and cross-country ski trails, areas for picnicking, fishing, and canoeing during special events. As you can see a couple enjoying their time on horses, and you can see the families canoeing, which is what I did with Margarita. There's the bald eagle, which you actually see a lot of those in the mid. They're everywhere. You see them down here too a lot still. But you see them more in mid Michigan, like Jackson area. It says bald eagle. When you visit Crosswinds Marsh, look skyward and you just may see a bald eagle soaring overhead. Bald eagles love to feast on fish, so they typically nest near large bodies of water and away from humans. This makes Crosswinds Marsh the perfect place for them. When you visit, look for their large nests, up to 6 feet in diameter, high in trees and near the water's edge. Which, if you look at him, he's fucking big, dude. I mean, his wingspan's gotta be fucking 4 feet, you know? It looks about 2 foot, 2.5 foot, maybe more. About 2 feet, maybe 3 feet. Elizabeth Park is the first county park in Michigan. Elizabeth Park in Trenton is a 162-acre park located along the Detroit River. Originally a family estate, the land was bequeathed to Wayne County in 1919 by Elizabeth Slocum's children and subsequently named after her. The park features a river walk for fishing, picnic, pavilions, and a variety of recreational facilities for any age. Residents can also traverse a portion of the Iron Bell Trail by either bicycle or by foot on the greenway situated between Jefferson Avenue and the canal overlooking the Detroit River. The beautiful Elizabeth Park Chateau is the perfect venue space for your next event. So special events at the park include Marshmallow Drop, Nursery School Olympics, Motown on the River, Summer in Time, and Jazz on the River. There is a red fox. The woods along the river and the Laurel Rouge provide good habitat for the red fox. Its home is often a hollow log or empty groundhog hole. Its young, called kits, are born in spring. Says Bennett Arboretum, community jewel. Many rare trees from around the world are planted here, as well as maple, oak, and beech collections. Says Bennett Arboretum, located in Northville Township, across from Cass Benton Park, is a 90-acre area within Hines Park. Bennett Arboretum is a jewel in the community, with hiking trails that meander through the oldest arboretum in Michigan, however you say that word. Bennett Arbor, when shorten it, was the vision of Jesse Merle Bennett, a pioneer in roadside development and director of Wayne County Parks and Forestry in the 20s and 30s. While it is a popular location for surrounding communities for its hiking trails and sledding in the winter, Bennett is also a premier cross-country track course for the surrounding schools. Interesting stuff. The Great Horned Owl. There's a bunch of owls. You hear them a lot at night still. Great Horned Owl. The Holiday Nature Preserve provides a great habitat for the Great Horned Owl, named for large feathered tufts on its head. This is one of Michigan's largest owls. You might hear its hoo-hoo-hoo, a deep stuttering series of 4 to 5 hoots. Like other owls, the Great Horned has excellent binocular vision and is able to swivel its head over 180 degrees. So it is true. Owls can turn their head all the way completely. Eastern Valley Golf Course, opened in May of 1998. I don't know if that's still open. It might not be open. Who knows? Red-winged blackbird. This bird likes to nest in marsh cattails along the golf course. It says its early song indicates the return of spring. Listen for the males. Conkaloree call. They go conkaloree. They have minks. It says excellent at fishing. Minks swim with partially webbed feet and can dive up to 16 inches deep or 16 feet deep. On land, they hunt mice and birds. In the water, they love frogs, fish, and muskrat. Because they love to hunt in both land and water, Hines Park is a terrific place to make their homes and burrows near water. There's more parks. It says the Lower Rouge Parkway, which is a 12-mile long, 783-acre urban park within the floodplains of the Lower Rouge tributary. It connects the communities of Dearborn, Dearborn Heights, Inkster, Westland, Wayne, and Canton Township, which is basically where I'm at. The Lower Rouge Greenway. The Greenway is a multimodal pedestrian trail that travels from Canton Township to Dearborn, 3 phases have been implemented in the city of Inkster, located in Colonial and Inkster Park and within Canton Township. And then this is where we're at right now, the largest county park. This is 2,300 acre park that was formerly owned by Henry Ford. This is a 17.5 mile floodplain of the Meadow Rouge River. It is made up of the area surrounding both banks of the river, along with the historic Edward Hines Drive that traverses most of its length. It says Hines Park is located within the communities of Dearborn Heights, Westland, Livonia, Plymouth Township, and Northfield Township. Due to the frequent flooding during rainstorms, Wayne County Road Commission adapted the land into a park in the early 1900s. This action not only kept polluting industries away from the river, it provided a controlled and non-disturbing way to prevent flooding of the surrounding homes while providing areas of respite and recreation for its visitors. So, they clean it up, as I mentioned. Nankin Mills Interpretive Center. It says Nankin Mills has a history dating back to the 1700s, where it was an important meeting point for 3 Native American tribes, Ottawa, the Ojibwe, and the Potawatomi. 2 grist mills have always occupied this site, with the present mill constructed during the Civil War in 1863. In 1918, Henry Ford purchased the site to develop village industries along the Rouge River. After World War II, the mill closed and the Wayne County Road Commission acquired the land in 1948. The mill was remodeled in 1950 as a nature center, and an addition was constructed in 1994 as the home of Wayne County Parks and the Interpretive Center. And it says it has 30 parks in one. And those are the name of the parks, which you guys can go look all that up on the internet. A threatened species. The spotted turtle is recognized as a threatened species in Michigan, meaning its low numbers could cause it to become endangered. Protecting wetlands and reducing chemicals in waterways are 2 ways to help boost spotted turtle populations, along with stop salting the roads. They have a bunch of events down here. They have the Hines Drive Cruise, which is amazing. They bring all the cars down here. They park them all along the road. It says Butterfly Garden. Pretty plants bring pretty butterflies. The plantings outside this window were installed by Southeast Michigan Butterfly Association. Not only are they pretty, but they help wildlife. They were chosen because they provide food for caterpillars and adult butterflies. Butterflies lay their eggs on the plants. The eggs hatch into caterpillars. Caterpillars consume the foliage, the pupae, and emerge as adult butterflies. The adults may return to feed on the plant's nectar. Much of the world's food supply depends on pollinators like butterflies. This says at least 200 butterfly species call Michigan and the Midwest home, including swallowtails, skippers, satyrs, sulfurs, and cabbage white butterflies, along with monarchs, painted ladies, commas, red spotted purples, and red admirals. And there's a black swallowtail and a bee palm. And then there's all the different plants you can plant in your garden to attract all the butterflies. Blazing Star's one of them, fireweed, foxglove, Joe Pye weed, I like weed. All that good stuff. Tobacco flower, nice. They seem to like tobacco as well. Not sure what you do with these. I'm sure there's some reason for these. They got a bathroom over here as well, and they have like all these paintings. I'll show you guys. Looks like a bunch of nice art and some more stuff. Yeah, see, it's just pictures. So, you guys, I know I mentioned about the Light Fest. That's what I was speaking of. You can drive your car down here. You can see it at night. It's pretty cool. There's the Halloween festival and the forest fun hike they have down here. all that stuff. The Native American Heritage Day. They bring all the cars down here. Motown on the river. They sing down here. The Marshmallow Drop, Mud Day, the Nature Fest, Saturday in the park. I come down here a lot. Different native plants. The serviceberry, the swamp milkweed, which I'm happy I'm reading this right now. Lance leaf, cardinal flower, the blazing star, little blue stream, purple coneflower, grayhead coneflower, the red twig dogwood, and Pennsylvania sedge. See what else they got. It says feeding birds is an enjoyable hobby. One report showed that 43% of U.S. households provide food for birds. Huh, that's interesting to know. American goldfinch, Baltimore ariel, black-capped chickadee, the cardinal, the red-breasted nuthatch, and the blue jay, which I'm jaybird. I always think of blue jay when my family called me jaybird. Belted kingfisher, he's cool. Look at his fucking head, dude. He's cool as hell. He's got a mohawk. The great egret, look at that neck, man. The hooded merganser, the mallard duck. Different bird food and feeder design attract different birds. Black oil sunflower seeds are a good choice with a high meat to shell ratio. Safflower seeds are liked by many birds, including cardinals, and as a bonus, they are disliked by non-native house sparrows. Pieces of fruit are enjoyed by ariels. Says platform and tube are two common feeder designs, or to attract different bird species, each with their own merits and challenges. The platform feeder can attract ground feeders like doves and juncos, but they are also attractive to squirrels. If you get a tube feeder, be mindful of the size of the feeder and how often you will fill it. Sometimes filling it more often can result in less mold on old seed. When purchasing a feeder, make sure you know how to clean it, as a seed tube can be difficult to clean at the bottom. If possible, place your feeder near a tree so the bird has some cover. Also provide a heated water dish in the winter, as finding unfrozen water can be difficult for the birds. It says birds on the water. Here on the Rouge River, we have a number of different water birds. The Rouge River serves as an important stopover point for migrating waterfowl. Kingfishers land on branches over water to look for food, then they swoop down to the water to catch the fish with their long beak. Herons and egrets have a different method. They quietly wade into the water and wait for a fish to swim by. Then they spear the fish with their beak. They literally stab them. Mergansers and loons are diving ducks. The feet, located at the back of their body, act as propellers as they fish for prey underwater. Mallard ducks are dabblers. They tilt their head down and tail up to reach for aquatic plants and animals to eat. Which, and it shows you the different ones they have, the different ducks. Which this is the one that just, basically sticks its head in the water for insects. This is the one that's a little bit more aggressive. Those are the ones that dive into the water. So they come in there. So, the Rouge River. Let's go ahead and we'll finish up and then I'll get out of here. A brief history. It says the Rouge River, a brief history. Understanding the current state of the Rouge River requires a brief look at some of its storied history. It says thousands of years ago, Native Americans settled in the Rouge watershed. 1701, French established Fort Pontchartrain and eventually settled along the Rouge River. 1821, Erie Canal opens and brings more settlers to the area. 1928, Rouge Factory opens, the largest factory in the world. 1969, the Rouge catches fire due to oil on the surface. 1986, Front of the Rouge nonprofit forms. Mission is to make an awareness of the need to clean the Rouge, and the Rouge communities formed to manage the watershed. The Rouge watershed 167 for these and 1.35 million people make watershed. Sorry about that. There goes my phone. It tells you how poor this phone is. So I'll go back to reading. Hopefully it doesn't cut out or stop freezing. Hopefully you can hear me now. It says I'll begin again. It says the Rouge watershed covers 467 square miles, 48 municipalities, and 1.35 million people, making it the most populated watershed in the state. Though we have worked to improve pollution in the Rouge, there is still work to be done. Due to the urban environment, much of the Rouge watershed is impervious. Very little precipitation percolates down into the soil. Rather, it is carried through storm sewers directly to the river. This results in an unnatural occurrence, creating too much variation in water flow, causing the potential for erosion of the banks and flooding. Says with the population of the watershed comes other problems. Though we have worked significantly toward reducing much sanitary runoff into the Rouge, there are still problems with sanitary waste entering the river. Winter also brings salt from roads into sewers, which eventually enters the river. Hello. It says recent projects to improve the Rouge show our region's dedication to an improved watershed. A fish ladder at the Henry Ford Estate at the removal of a dam in the Rouge in Wayne are two projects that improve fish habitat. These two recent projects connect 17 miles of river for the first time in over a century. Wayne County Parks, Friends of the Rouge, locate communities and private companies are joining together to produce a water trail on the Lower Rouge. This 29-mile trail travels from Canton to the Detroit River, with much of it traversing through Wayne County Parks. This trail offers paddlers a varied experience of highly natural upriver to heavy industry downriver near the Detroit River. So how is the Rouge? If you are one of the 1.35 million people in its watershed, it is your home. It is not perfect, but we are always trying to improve it. And then we read about this already, but you can see how how it was turned into all these different operations, and how they tooled this place and made it into a factory, tool and die, all that stuff. So I'm just gonna take you guys around the property real quick. Take care. Take you around the property. I'm gonna show you guys the turbine, the water turbine. I really apologize if you can't hear me and it's shaky. I'm sure it's shitty. What can you do? Gotta wait for better equipment. So this is the turbine that Thomas Edison made, the person that invented the light bulb. He actually installed this here. This is where it was installed at. He invented it. Which means most likely it's a DC turbine, not an AC turbine. Most likely. This is Woodward Water Wheel Governor, Rockford, Illinois, USA. Patents May 31st, 1870, August 2nd, 1898. July 15th, 1890, July 30th, 1901, August 2nd, 1914. And those are the different numbers it has on the tag. You can kind of see some meters, volt amperage meters up there. Definitely old looking. It's got marble floors. Looks like marble. Or quartz, whatever kind of expensive flooring. They turned this into a woman house for battered women for a while. It was like a sanctuary for women that were getting abused from men, all that type of stuff. But that's really it. And this phone keeps on freezing up. It's shitty. So I'm gonna head to Humane Society and then get ready for work. So hope you all enjoyed it. Hopefully it turns out better than I think it is as I upload it.